Still recording? Yeah. Check, check. Check, check, check. Take 3. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, my people rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, my people rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, my people rise up. I think that USF is doing a great job hiring adjunct faculty that's representing different facets and sectors of like the creative world outside of the university, so that they bring in professionals to teach these classes.
I really love the spirit and mission behind the department.
I was drawn to PASJ because I wanted to help people.
They are trying to address social justice issues through creative practice, through academic theory, through interventions in the community, and the way in which they are striving for inclusive classrooms, which in the context of teaching dance is a pretty political idea.
I think PASJ and USF have done a good job of allowing the freedom to create here.
Spell the word freedom across the world and cry, lawn. Paint the people warriors with the colors of one. Familia indigenismo, daughters of the sun, sisters of the earth. Come on, claim your throne. It was yours since birth.
I think it's critically important that we invest in the arts in our universities, and performing arts, for whatever reason, tend to be at the bottom of that totem pole.
She's defending it, she's protecting it, she's holding it down. She's defending it, she's protecting it, and she's holding it down. Gangster loving it closely, keep passing it around. See, we broke ass folks, filthy rich and gangster love. Murder, she wrote with the 8-dub collective, critically selective of her counterparts, mad protective.
And there's been research, tremendous amounts of research that have proven that students' quality of life vastly improve when they have access to the arts and have access to creative outlets for themselves.
When asking about how the funding gets done, I'm like, I'm not really sure. It's more complicated than just one tier. It's at least 2, it could be 3 different tiers of how that all gets dispersed out. And as far as I know, it's based on needs, demonstratable needs, and also enrollment and how many people are there, right? And it fluctuates, and there's a lot of different complicated ways that things get funded.
We're kind of just scattered all over the place. Everything else has one building, but we're like scattered everywhere.
A single, structure, facility, or building wherein all performing arts practices are housed and all faculty have the opportunity to encounter each other, I think could really change the vision of what we have to offer as being something resourced and robust and meaningful.
We are a very small department, so our facilities here are like not all the greatest.
It is somewhat surreal that our program, which is always really fighting tooth and nail for every penny and every dime, that we are housed down in the basement of one of the most well-funded departments on the campus, the athletics. It's been through some pretty major renovations and overhauling of equipment.
They ripped out the floor of the basketball gym and they got new floor. A fraction of what they spent on the floor could just help the arts out.
It is our time and place to reclaim this space as ours in it now. Scream, I am her and I'm proud. Still grounded, we fly above and beyond the threshold of double expectations. Yet rebuilding nations takes patience and fortitude against tempestuous complacent seas. 'Tis the season, best believe, for organic knowledge and urban reason let us be. Beautiful women together in a multi-dimensional spectrum ascending straight to heaven in splendid fashion. Snapping our necks to soul grooves in unison in our armada named music, because women is the melody as women is the peace. She is the rhythm as she is the beat. If we were able to have more funding for the arts, I would definitely bring more arts and arts organizations into the classroom so that students can engage with art makers one-on-one.
I do find it disheartening that there's such a premium placed on athletics and athletic identity within the campus, which actually is not that far removed from what we do. It does demand a high level of athleticism and rigor and discipline.
We need to find donors that are interested in helping the arts. And we have to do it ourselves, working with development, because they're not going to do it unless they have us pushing and creating that opportunity to happen.
We rise up through songs. We heal colonial trauma in visual verses, us versus them versus us versus them.
It forces a kind of capitalist structure within the ways that we think about hierarchy of classes, what classes are offered, who gets to teach them, and if students aren't choosing them, then that must mean they are not of value. It makes me feel incredibly defeated and makes me feel like the investment I've made on this campus for 11 years can't be looked at in total.
There's no way that a single program like Performing Arts and Social Justice can create something by itself that's substantial. We need to work with other people and build coalitions with other people with like-minded ideas and fundraise using that sort of like sharing of resources and thought and vision together. It's the only way we're ever going to get anything done.
We are the artists united. We are the artists united, and we will never be defeated.